Hi Ken, we're here today to talk about training over 50s.
Yeah.
How they're going to train, what exercise would be better for over 50s, and would training, bodybuilding or weight training help over 50s stay young. But before we do that, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience?
Right, I've been involved in this sport, since I was about 12-year-old, which is about 50 years ago. I've had 4 gymnasiums. I met Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mike Mentzer, all the top names. Competed a little bit, stuff like that.
Yeah, so one of them trophies are yours.
That's both mine, yeah.
There's Ken's trophies. So
yeah.
You've actually done bodybuilding,
Yeah.
and you've owned gyms for many years.
And I worked in one first.
Yeah. And you don't mind me asking how old are you?
I'm 72 next.
72. There you go, folks. He doesn't look like 72, does he? So if there's anyone who knows about overtraining over 50. I feel it's Ken here.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ken, overtraining over 50. So do you feel doing weight training can boost your testosterone? Do you think?
Definitely. Strengthen your joints, your bones, everything. Give you a nice hobby.
Yeah.
But don't overdo it.
Yeah, because as we get older, over 50s, we tend to get smaller anyhow, don't we? We tend to shrink.
We shrink.
But with weight training, it can keep your posture right.
Yeah.
And I feel that would be good for over 50s, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because his shoulders tend to
droop
a little bit, but with training, it pushes you back and your chest.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Do you feel there's any special exercises or routine for an over 50?
I think you shouldn't train more than 3 times a week, giving yourself at least 1 day in between to recuperate.
Yeah.
Possibly 2. And movements, like basic movements, will be really good because they're the strengthening movements. But depends on if you've any injuries, and if you've got injuries, they have to be worked around.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got really, really bad knees, you won't be squatting and deadlifting with phenomenal poundages. You'll be using your common sense.
Yeah. And what about recuperation? How often would you advise someone over 50 to rest?
Yeah, like I said, I'd do 3 days at most. Monday, Wednesday, Friday would be good.
Yeah.
You could even do every other day, but if you found you were getting drained having just 1 day in between, I would say have another day in between.
Yeah.
You know, if you're still aching, why the hell do the movement all over again?
Yeah.
You know, and to train every day is simply barbaric. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm over 50. The person who's talking behind the camera, and I trained me biceps 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And I felt my arms were still aching, so I thought I'll have another day off.
Definitely.
Is that correct?
I would believe that, yeah.
Yeah. So what we're really saying, we're talking about listening to your body as well,
yes,
aren't you?
yeah, recuperation, yeah.
Yeah. I know you once mentioned to me, and I've been trying it and it's working, you once mentioned about doing just 1 set.
Yeah.
Can you explain to us what you mean by that?
People watch like Dorian, and Dorian only does 1 set. Yeah, he does 1 set, but he warms up to it. He doesn't just dive into 1 set. He'll do 2 or 3 movements prior to the 1 set. And on the 1 set, you might think, no, I've just seen him do 3 or 4 sets. Yeah, you have. But the last set is the one working set that does it. That's the one. It's like tapping a stick of dynamite lightly. Nothing happens. If you hit it hard, it'll explode.
Yeah.
And that 1 set can be sufficient.
And that's it, you finish?
Yeah, that's it.
End of training session?
Yeah, you do like for chest, you do maybe incline press and fly. You probably do fly first, which Mentzer or Dorian would say is a pre-exhaust. which is very, very good. You like do pec deck first, then immediately do incline press. That's your chest done.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that.
We're not even timing his session there, are we?
No, you would go immediately. If you had a machine where you could do fly, incline straight away, and there is such a machine, it's probably Nautilus, that would be great. But otherwise you make do by doing a fly and then go into a Smith machine or something like that, what you like to use.
Yeah. What about the weight? Would you advise?
I'd do the movement that strict, by the strictness is in the lowering of the weight, i.e. 4 seconds, and maybe 2 to 3 seconds to lift it. I would work on that and then see how many reps you could get with that. Let's say between 6 to 12 reps. And as soon as you can get 12 reps, add weight. And that would be the right weight for you. There's no saying, oh, I would do it with 300 pounds. No. You've got to find out you are a person, and we're all individual. Yeah. And you find out what's right for you. Yeah.
So what you're saying is that your last set, would that be your heaviest? So you build up.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. There again, without being boring, you'd have to do it in really. I would prefer strict, super strict.
Ah, right.
Super strict.
Yeah. Can you explain that? So it's not
You're coming down slowly and concentrating on the muscle and feeling it.
Yeah.
And without pausing at that bottom, drive it back up slightly faster. Why would you do that? Because you're twice as strong as at lowering a weight as what you are at lifting a weight.
Right. Okay.
You could actually get a car and lift the back of it, and a strong person could probably lower that car, but they'd be lucky if they could lift the car, because you're twice as strong as lowering.
Right. So it's not just on the push.
No.
We're talking about concentrating on a
resistance,
on a negative.
The negative part.
The one what's lower than it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Is there any seconds you count going down?
About 4.
About 4.
Yeah, you don't count them. That's too.
No, you don't count.
No, that's too. You want to be all consumed in what you are working, which specific part of your body you are working, and concentrate on that, not by doing some numerical figure. No, that's fine. So let's go back so everyone knows what we're talking about. So the first 3 sets are very 2
light.
to 3,
light. So, and then your last set
is the one.
Yeah,
you're going to put
the heaviest. What you could do about, what did you say, 6 to 12?
6 to 12, and once you can get 12's quite high. Once you can get to 12, increase it. But increase it in such a way that you're not cheating it. The movement, let's call it pure. Pure movement. Yeah.
And that would be to failure.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you had a training partner, I would have a force rep.
Yeah, so...
But don't overdo that. Don't do that every workout, because you would overtrain. Right.
How long would you stay on that one set routine? Would that be permanent, or is there a certain time you should come off?
I'd stay in it not permanent, but I wouldn't change movements to alleviate boredom.
Right.
Like, for instance, you could do fly to failure and then immediately do pec dips.
Straight after?
Immediately, it's got to be immediate. No recuperation whatsoever.
No.
Or you could change another movement. You could do seated bench press, or you could actually do conventional bench press straight after of your pre-exhaust. Yeah.
Well, I feel that type of workout would be suitable for an over 50.
Yeah.
Because he could spend all his energy just doing that one exercise instead of training for over an hour, which we don't have. His energy is less.
Counterproductive.
I
think once after about 45 minutes, your body's had enough.
You
know, you're going into shock or whatever by then. You don't want to be shocking yourself, especially at that age.
No.
The older you get, the more recuperation you need.
Yes.
And you don't build muscle when you're in the gym.
No.
You cause muscle to be built, but you're actually, when you're training, you are destroying.
Yes.
And to recuperate, you're like digging a hole, if you like, and for that muscle to get stronger, it's got to fill back up to what it was previously with a little bit more, which would be called tissue growth.
what would you say for someone over 50 who says, well, yeah, Ken, I can't build muscle like I used to when I was young, and my testosterone level's gone down, so is my muscles going to grow?
If you're lucky, yes, you could. You could be one of the lucky ones that it will grow. But what you are doing, you're strengthening your body for later on in life. Even at 50, I mean, I'm 72 now, and I still want to get a lot better than I am. I'm not happy with it. Not happy, not satisfied. And you should never be satisfied.
No, well, like I say, I'm over 50.
Yeah, but you've got loads of life in you yet.
Yeah, but I still feel I'm growing.
Good.
I actually feel my testosterone is getting better, not worse, to be honest with you, because I'm training.
You've got me doing them cold showers now. I've got pneumonia, but
Yeah, we talked about
lots
that.
Lots of testosterone.
We talked about that over day.
Yeah, well, I tried it.
We came up, we thought of I read somewhere that to boost your testosterone, you have a cold shower. Now, I'm not too sure about that, but we discussed it too.
Well, I'm doing it. But it's saving a hell of a lot on electric.
Yeah. What about diet, or are you not too...
Well, I don't believe in broccoli and turkey. Who wants to be a slave to that? There's more to life than that. Imagine what your partner thinks when you've got the broccoli out and the turkey all the time. Yeah. What sort of a life there's life after bodybuilding.
There is, yeah, we've got to enjoy it, haven't we? And we can't, I think,
a very intelligent man I once met called Mike Menser, and I met him in 1980-81, and he should have won the universe the day before. And I went to see him in Leeds. He came all the way from Sydney Opera House to Leeds, and he got a blackboard out, and he was saying that if you found out what your basic metabolic rate is, you need to drop 500 calories per day to lose a pound at the end of the week. And I thought, that's really clever. And he said, the reason for that is there's 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. So if you deduct 500 calories a day, add it up by 7 days, you've got 3,500, which theoretically, if you did exactly the same movements, you would have lost a pound at the end of the week. Yeah.
What did you feel about last time we were talking, and I mentioned about milk?
Yeah.
And even Arnold said milk
for
for babies. Yeah. What do you think? It was on the internet. They're saying that the milk can stop your testosterone.
You really don't know whether that man was joking or not, because he was a bit of a joker. But I think there's no smoke without fire, and I think there is a possibility that there possibly could be too much estrogen in the milk. And the estrogen converts your testosterone into gynecomastia. Yeah.
Well, like me, I've got a little bit of a gut on me, middle-aged spread over 50, and his theory is that I've got more estrogen than testosterone in my body in that case, because he's saying if you've got a bit of a gut, it's more estrogen.
Not necessarily. I think having a little bit more weight than what you should have is caused by mathematics, and it's by consuming more calories than your metabolic rate should be handling. It's as simple as that. In other words, don't lift your focus often. Yeah.
So basically for over 50s, which I'm really pleased about, is doing less is producing more.
Yeah, less is better.
Yeah, less is better.
Yeah, less is better.
And a lot of people don't know that. They think if they train more and more and more, they're going to grow bigger and bigger. Yeah,
but they're cannibalising themselves. Yeah.
You're
breaking down muscular tissue before it's even thought about regenerating.
Yeah. I mean, even this information is good for the young uns, because I feel that the young uns are scared to do 25 minutes in gym.
Yeah.
Because they don't believe that. How can you grow?
I can understand that, because it's a natural thing to think, the more times I go in, the bigger I'll get. I'll go in twice a day, I'll go in 3 times. I've done it. Yeah. I've done it when I was a kid myself. Yeah. But it didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
No. You're definitely overtraining.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And in this way, you're stimulating the muscle. Yeah. It's growing. And that's all you need.
That is the nail on the head. Get in, stimulate it, get out.
And get out,
Go and eat something within a short period of time. Rest and recuperation is what builds muscular tissue.
Yeah,
and sensible training.
Yeah, we were talking about these super naps we have as well, don't we? You have them and I have them. We have a sleep, don't we?
Oh yeah, 4 o'clock. Supposedly, quote, we release growth hormone at
It's
4
good
o'clock.
though.
Why 4 o'clock? I don't know. Yeah, we're supposed to.
Get as much sleep as possible.
Yeah.
And eat a balanced diet.
Yeah.
We don't have to go overboard.
No, don't fall prey to vitamins and stuff like that.
No.
All you're doing is making the supplement shops rich.
Yeah, yeah. There's certain exercise you were telling me the other day, which we've all done, and I've done actually, and you were sort of saying certain exercises is bad for us.
I think so.
Yeah.
Press behind neck.
Yeah. Could you show us a couple exercises?
Physically.
Yeah.
But pressing on that.
Yeah,
I think you should press from the front. This is a good machine. I actually don't press anymore, but there goes.
Right. So, right.
That's the momentum I would use.
That's as fast as you do it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it any faster than that.
No chance.
And you're sort of coming down steady, controlling it, and pushing up. How many reps would you do on that?
I'd do probably 12 as my ceiling point, and then I would, when I surpassed 12, I would increase it to where I could do maybe 6 to 10, or back to 12 again. And then I would increase again. The name of bodybuilding in the old days was called progressive resistance.
Right. And you would do an heavy one after that, would you?
I would warm up, and then put some heavy on,
Is that it? Is that all you do for your shoulders, or would you?
I would do side raise on a cable, or dumbbells, and I'd also do that would let the lateral head of the deltoid. This is the anterior, which is the front. Yeah. Right. And I would do rear deltoid raise as well, which is in a bent over position.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You once mentioned something about lat pull-downs, and you said you wouldn't do it behind the neck.
Never behind neck.
Could you demonstrate?
I would do it.
Could you demonstrate what you wouldn't do first?
I don't think I'd get it behind me
Wouldn't
neck
you?
nowadays.
Right.
I wouldn't do a wide grip like this, and I wouldn't pull it down there because I couldn't anymore.
No.
Because probably from doing that, but I would do it like this. Accentuate the negative, do the positive slightly faster, and hold the contraction. Yeah. So you're pushing your scapula back and holding the contraction.
Yeah.
Right.
And you concentrate on the...
And there is another movement that a lot of people don't know, and the movement is as you're getting up to the top there, you slightly accelerate and you pull it, and that's called the mitotic reflex.
Right.
If you can imagine somebody throwing a ball, a pitcher throwing a ball, how would you throw a ball by going like that? It won't move, would it? Yeah. So you'd have to have the mitotic reflex.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I've seen a lot of bodybuilders and people putting heavy weights on that. Yeah. And they're swinging it back.
Swinging it.
That's just momentum.
That's just an ego trip.
Yeah, that's just the momentum pushing that up into.
Correct.
Like you were just doing, that is perfectly straight, and your back was straight. I noticed. You weren't arched, which were good.
Which is good for posture.
Yeah, but definitely not behind there. No.
I couldn't even do it now, but I used to do. Like
is that because, does it do something to your shoulders?
Your shoulders and everything stiffen up from doing that movement.
Yeah, eventually.
And also, press behind neck is same. It does more damage than good.
For when you get older?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, and I'm suffering for that now, but I can still do most of my movements fine.
Yeah. What would you do for biceps? Everyone loves biceps, don't they?
Biceps? Well, what can you do? All a bicep movement is moving from A to B.
Yeah.
So any movement with dumbbells, barbells, There's an excellent machine there. I think that's good. You've got to be low enough down so
you've got to get your seat right.
If your elbows are supported like that, then and you're pivoting up and down, that's no good whatsoever. You're going to damage your elbows.
Right.
So this is the movement from A to B.
Yeah.
That's contraction. Negative.
Yeah.
Positive. Contraction. Negative. Like that. That is a very good movement. But
Very
any
good
movement
exercise.
like that, like from a conventional barbell going from top to bottom, what more can you do?
Yeah.
Can't do any more.
No.
There's nothing magic.
No. That's. Is there any other exercise you would say? What would build a?
Be very wary with deadlifts. Be very wary with squats. They can do. They're phenomenal for making you strong and that, but one wrong slip and you've had it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't advocate anybody over 50 doing such things as that. Definitely work your legs.
Right.
You know, like there's a machine over in that there and it's absolutely amazing for working legs on. It's a squat machine.
So would you advise someone to use the leg machine more than traditional squats?
100%.
Yeah, I agree.
1000%.
I agree.
Yeah. And you could warm your knees up to take some of the weak link out by doing leg extensions.
Yeah.
So leg extensions first and then squat after.
Yeah.
Or even a leg press is fine.
Yeah. So basically cut out all the weightlifting exercise, what we call weightlifting exercises.
They are fantastic for building power.
Yeah.
They're amazing. I don't want to decry them, but
No. But not for an over 50.
no, you've
we
got
don't
to be
need
sensible. It's all right. Somebody saying, "Oh, you know, he's wrong and all this and that." No, I'm not.
No,
it's
you're not
right.
wrong. No.
It's right.
No. I don't do bench pressing.
It seems to have died in favour, does bench press?
Yeah, funny chest. I don't do.
People seem to go mainly for incline Smith machine or an incline bench press machine, which I think is good because bench press it is. I've always felt, maybe it's psychological, but too much bench pressing makes your pectorals too feminine at the bottom, and I don't like that. I've always wanted that Steve Reeves look.
Yeah. I still do the old dumbbell incline with Arnold stuff, you know, flat flying we call it.
Like hugging a tree.
I find that good, but I don't do flat benching. The only time I found, Ken, on benching is I use chain. Now I just
use one of them.
I used that a few months ago, and I love it.
Yeah.
Because afterwards the pump I get.
Yeah.
And it's something similar you've just been teaching us. But that is on the push.
Yeah.
All the strength is on the push.
Yeah.
But you still come down negative as well. But the pump you get with a chain. And
I think it works like a Nautilus machine. Or as a cam that's like, anybody will look at a Nautilus shell, they'll see the cam goes like that instead of 360 degrees. And that makes the weight get harder at the top. Where, as the weight gets easier, as your tricep kicks in, so that cam, it exercises you to a degree that you wouldn't have. And it sounds to me like you say the chains. That's exactly what happens with the chains. Yeah.
We were talking about other day, and we were having a bit of a laugh about it other day, about focusing. Your mind.
Absolutely.
Your mind as well.
Absolutely.
Your mind
is everything.
Your mind into muscle.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's got to be focused and concentrated.
Yeah, into a state of nearly where we're talking about over 50s, but that's fine. But we're going a bit advanced by saying the mind is everything. I mean, people go on about genetics. Yeah, genetics are great, but the greatest mind in bodybuilding, in my opinion, were probably Dorian Yates.
Yeah.
It wasn't only that his genetics were good, but the genetics of his mind.
Yeah.
You know, the genetics of his mind were amazing.
Yeah.
He's such a mind. Oh,
I mean, that information is also good for the young bodybuilders
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Leave your mobiles
Yeah.
outside the gym.
yeah.
Don't
Have a
bring-
plan.
Don't bring your mobiles into the gym.
Turn it off.
Yeah, I've seen so many gyms where young guys come in training and they're on the mobiles.
Yeah.
But no. Once you're in the gym, you're there to train.
Yeah. Once you've come over that threshold, if you've
Yeah.
had a fallout with somebody before you come in, whatever you've got on your mind, whatever you've got to pay, whatever, forget it, cut it out and visualise what you got. Visualise is the word.
Yeah.
Visualise what you're going to do.
Yeah. I know sometimes when I come into the gym, and we have a bit of a laugh with this, is that when I'm training, I don't want anyone to talk to me.
Absolutely.
It's not because I'm not ignorant, it's because I'm focused.
Yeah.
And when someone does talk to me, it stops me focus.
Yeah.
It wakes me up, sort
You
of
should
thing.
have on your back, do not disturb.
Do not disturb. Yeah.
That's right, though, isn't
And
it?
it's right. That's
Absolutely.
how. That's
You're in there to do something. It's your
Yeah.
own personal thing. It's your own personal ego that you're feeding. So why should somebody come up and say, oh, what's this, Ken? What's that, Ken? Or whatever. You're in there to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's yours. That is your time. You claim that time.
There was an old coach in American football, I forgot his name, and he used to say to his players, he used to say, when you come off that field, you leave no regrets on that field. And I think you should do that in a gym.
I think it's right.
When you go out at gym door, you should look back and say, I've put 100% in that workout.
And then forget it.
And then forget it.
Yeah.
Just go home, rest, sleep,
And
eat,
enjoy life again.
and enjoy.
Yeah.
Go out with family
Yeah.
and then come back. And if you're aching next day, don't come into
Don't
the
come
gym.
in.
And then
That's the
again,
point.
and if you're aching again, like we just said, don't come in.
Simple as that, isn't it?
Yeah, and then come in and just do a one set for about what we can't, and then go.
Yeah. Coming in would be like you've cut yourself really bad and then thinking, I'll do the same thing again tomorrow and open it up. What? That's not going to heal it.
Yeah.
You've got to heal what you've broken down.
Yeah.
The tissue that you've brought down has got to heal.
Yes.
As
Yeah.
we said at the beginning of this conversation, the healing is the food and
The
the
healing.
diet.
And I feel
Sorry, the diet and the recuperation,
Yeah.
the rest.
I feel that type of routine for over 50s is absolutely fantastic because they'll have enough energy to come into the gym. Even if they've got an heavy job, if they're working
Yeah.
physical, you can still come in and think to yourself, well, I've only got one set to
One
do,
set to do.
and I'll put everything
Yeah.
into it, and then I'm going home.
Yeah.
Job done.
Yeah.
Good one. Get
Yeah.
something to eat.
Another important thing, if I could just interject with that, is don't get stressed out.
No.
And we all do, especially me. But stressed out, you've got some glands in your body called endocrine glands. And if you get stressed out, they'll shut down and you'll cannibalise your own muscular tissue.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It'll eat your tissue.
Yeah.
What you need to do is, a thing I do a lot, and I know Dorian Yates does a hell of a lot of it now, and that's meditation.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like go right through your body, relaxing, relax. As much relaxation as ever you can. It's an art to be able to relax correctly, but relax as much as you can. And then your chai in your body, chai, ki, whatever the martial arts terminology is, it will flow, and your body will be in a lot better state.
Yeah. And once your testosterone goes up with training and
Yeah.
cold showers,
Cold showers.
they
Cold
go,
showers and not as much electric bill.
we're going to look younger.
Oh God, yeah.
And we're
that
going
will
to
be good.
walk. We're going to walk younger because his
erect.
shoulders are back, his chest's down,
Yeah.
and we walk. And
Yeah.
we'll walk faster.
Good.
As
And
well.
Don't we look good on the beach?
Yeah. Well, you look good.
No.
You look you look over 70, folks. This guy looks great.
And you wear your suits better.
Yeah, and it does. I mean, we're laughing about this, but it does. It looks good. And if you watch a young person walk, they walk with the shoulders back,
Yeah.
and they walk faster.
Yeah.
As you get older, you tend to walk slower
Droop a bit,
and
no?
droop.
Yeah, you
but
do.
weight training, exercise,
Keeps that posture.
gets that posture and
Yeah.
keeps you looking young, and that's what we want, folks. We want to
That's right.
look young and be fit as long as we,
And feel you.
and feel young and enjoy life.
Absolutely.
We don't want to be too strict with his diets.
No.
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 I'd try to get away from that.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
That's fantastic. Anything else to say before we switch off, Ken? That's fantastic.
No,
isn't it?
that's about.
That's brilliant.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very
Right,
much.
thank you.